absolutely love it. Happy to see it.
Okay, K-Cup on defense. Liquid on attack. Map from before counted.
And of course for KC, a very tough mental scenario to focus in on as well, right? That have to hit the start
Well, that's where the pistol
right? There is
counts.
no slow warm-up here.
Yeah, for sure.
Dude, Serial just sitting in spawn. Oh boy.
Serial's going to allow this passage. I'm not sure. Maybe he's expecting 3 members here. Martin's already looking to clear it though.
Okay, he saw numbers though. He saw 3, so they can take like spawn control.
Serial. That's lovely from them. But there's still obviously a lot more to be done, and I kind of like that they've changed up this flank, right? They haven't continued on that pathing.
Yeah, sure.
They've readjusted straight through middle.
You can already see Nats kind of primed, looking towards that direction now, but the focal point here is actually going to be towards Pasitech. Got to be careful here, but Sadak will fall. Trade comes through though.
Yeah, good little trade. Kiko going down though is rough. Sugetsu doing wonders to open up these opportunities. Now down to Camo and Nats, and this post plant's not looking so good, not looking so secure. Maybe feeling some element of safety after getting the plant down with such little contest, but now Nats is under the gun. There's no getting out of this, surely not. 10 HP, he's done for. Arves is there.
Okay,
Diffuse
nice retake
in.
on this one.
KC
I like the triple push behind it worked pretty well.
Look, we can talk about Liquid switching up the comp here, Mike, and kind of coming in looking
Got the
locked and
veto
loaded.
remade to
But
Icebox. I
KC,
mean, this
love
is the
that
map where they
idea
thought
of
they
being
had the best
very aware of
chance.
the flank being watched, and then not only carrying on in that pathing, Mike, but adjusting back through middle.
Sure, yeah, a very proactive pistol round, and I think that the one thing being here, when you have 3 bodies on such a deep flank, you can clear all these ratty spots. It's not as if there's kind of paranoia from, you know, one person swinging onto several angles at the same time, but after that, you're absolutely right. The reset, focal point comes back towards whether or not there is any pressure kind of building in towards spawn, anybody from Liquid looking to kind of counterbalance that flank, but the bodies are in place for KC.
Energy announced they've dropped mics.
So far, so
Dude,
good.
that didn't
Round
last
two
for a long
has
time.
started as intended.
I wonder if there's many more of those coming in.
We keep going, and Kiko going to try and lead the pack. Does have the Sheriff, so does Serial, goes for Nats. Beyond that, pretty simplistic. This shouldn't be an issue for Casey, and it's not. Very
yeah, looking
clear-cut
kind of easy on
answer.
this one. One little bit of damage, that's it. Surely that's a kill.
The player. Maybe a chance there. There is.
Gunfall's down.
That is huge, but how much can he do with it? Spike is left down pretty far out of hand, and Martin's isolated Serial, so those options start to become very, very small. But maybe Padisek can make something out of it. No. Martin, clear-cut answer. KC up 2-0 right off the rip.
So should be able to grab that. Yeah, Sadak gets hold of the Guardian as well, so no harm, no foul, really, in round 2. Nice attempt from Liquid here to get a little, I guess, weird in round 2. Straight up into tube, try and pin somebody down, but again, with the weapon advantage, I mean, particularly Elite, able to just play distant, well, play range, I guess. Shutting the threat down. I was going to see, actually...
Okay, let's see what the big Baron's got.
But I might even get a similar walkout B main here from the pistol.
Yeah, and I'm liking,
flash as well.
I'm liking it. I love a proactive approach to this.
Mods, can you try to put something on my YouTube that just says that I can't go live or something and to go to Twitch? I don't know what you can do, like a poll or something. I don't really
taking
know.
away Sadak, and he's off to the races. Sugetsu, he's gonna hit. It doesn't matter.
Streaming on the VOD channel. My main channel doesn't let me stream. I don't know what happened.
His job here. Liquid right up the guts, Mike. I thought it was a one-off in that last round. It looks like they found the approach they want. Kiko finally dealt with, but a 4v2 is a lot to ask for with Martin only on 5 HP.
Yep, and that should be rewarded for his patience here. Absolutely is. Like you said, Martin, just a lick of HP left. Mike obviously planted regardless.
Okay,
and
only one
the one to
gun.
close things out with 3. I love this though. Like I said, almost being a little unorthodox in round 2 to try and pin somebody down on a lesser purchase. But again, I don't think Casey ever expected them on the buy round to come back through with almost a carbon copy of the previous.
Nailed.
Kiko really the one to,
Copyright strike? Yeah, I might have had too many copyright.
The jump to almost think,
might have to start muting the music when they play it.
Really impressive stuff. And look, I've loved the resurgence of seeing some return of the Jets, right? I've been obviously watching America's, seeing Yay kind of picking that back up. What a beautiful treat that was. But right now, Kiko could be on for a heat. Sugetsu,
Dude, he's getting called out early.
Considering how much value you can bring here.
Dude, look at the confidence, bro. Everyone's out here swinging.
Tricky to hold. Gonna be forced away. Actually fights forwards. I think that was the wrong call. And the pace coming out from Nats is outrageous.
My goodness, bro's just W king at them instead of buy rounds.
Not to be, it's Nats instead. And for Martin, this is precious cargo, man. You don't want to give this up.
That was crazy round from Nats, bro.
It was only really Arvez and Sugetsu in a comfortable purchase position behind this. I think Nats probably wants this ace, though. Martin's got a hell of a lot of time to buy here. Yes, Nats on the hunt. Serial close by, but by the time this spike's going to go off, he should potentially hear the drop here. I'm not sure of the range exactly or where Nats is going to drop off. That's using the rope here, so silent cross. He's hungry for the ace, Lauren.
Yeah, man. Give it to him. Let's go, Nats. Come on. Find him.
Well, he's going to know now.
Come on. Come on. Come on. It's an NT. It's an NT.
Yeah, it's a nice round, though.
Look, if we're
Mods, can you do like a pin thing about the
who's
YouTube as well? A lot of people are saying.
I looked straight towards the assist in the kill feed, but I'm not sure I actually spotted an assist coming through from Pashitax. Obviously, the kill comes through on Sugetsu. Yeah, it's the flash through here, yeah.
Wow.
That flash just bounces above, and as the wall drops, yeah, Aves gets caught by it. I was really confused there whether or not when it had gone off and when yeah.
Assists? Oh, Kiko, quick pace here. I'll come back to my point in a moment once we see this round wrap up, because Arvez is once again being tested in middle, but it's mostly by Nats with the Kiko on the backup. But again, the confidence is sky high.
Dude, Nats is looking crispy, bro. Holy. My luck is having 3 people to try deal with him, and he's killing 2.
Full confidence. Be it FPS, be it being back on those LAN servers, it is working. These guys are coming in gunning. It genuinely makes a big difference here. And now Sadak and Sugetsu, though, a 2v3 is very much in the realms of reality, but Sugetsu quite far from this. Walking into the unknown, a tricky spot here. Camo to the left, Palitek to the right, and you got that deep post plant hold as well.
Awkward angle here.
Yeah, but the barrel's shown. Camo laps that one up and closes it down.
They're playing so confidently.
Like, I feel like,
okay, Necron's gonna be kind of big, but
like a dirty
I think they have to have low buy.
Sort of situation. but I mean, people are swinging when they aim into it. Like, let's be real.
This is like one of those things. It's like you're 120 FPS.
Baby Tea Tree, thank you so much, bro. Thank you. You're live on Twitch. Thank you for that, professional. Appreciate you.
Nice.
Thank you for the bits.
To the primary source.
I don't know how you're killing everyone.
No, he is literally killing everyone, though.
Yeah.
He is actually just killing everyone.
Yeah, that's
interesting. Actually,
he's 10-3
in 2024 on Haven.
Jeez.
So it's a long time coming, but I mean the comfort level.
Professional what? Sure. I think he's a professional Arsenal supporter. I think that's how it works.
Like he's being caught twice now. Maybe not as far out in that regard, but he's.
Lovely shot. Bro, they're just running at them.
Players, they're fighting everything. Okay, maybe Serial's not on the same sort of setup. You know what I mean?
He maybe should have stayed alive for longer there, but
everyone else, bang on.
Serial still routed through Frankfurt.
Dude, they're gonna insta save.
He's on that
Oh, they were gonna insta save and they got the ult out of them at least. But I don't really blame Liquid for that one. Just trying to get their money really good because it's still early.
Obviously, you still got Sadak and Martin here, but you can see on the minimap no intention at all. Probably a little bit of a sucker punch, maybe taking the wind out of KC initially, because a good start and now TL have flipped 4 rounds. And what feels like very quickly, in a blink of an eye, they've got themselves up to 4. Eco on the hunt still. No benefit to this particularly, but probably wanted to apply a little further pressure towards the finances. Liquid looking very comfortable, had the Blade Storm to offset that also. So they can throw a couple of bodies in here. See whether or not actually we see an early timeout, because again how quickly this is, I don't want to say spiraled out of control, but being flipped on its head from what felt like a very comfortable first 2 rounds from KC. I mean the precision now, I mean it's beautifully executed for Kiko, or to set Kiko in motion towards B. And a few times you notice Sugetsu maybe not respecting a double flash comp with a jet, right? That distance becomes very small when you have a double flash and Kiko can get up
another
in
big
your
buy
face
rounds.
quickly.
Let's see. Dude, the money's getting insane for Liquid at the moment.
Consider, you know, you've got the Gecko coming in, you got that flash to follow as well from Palitek, and in the mind of
Nice
Palitek
goes out.
as
Do
well,
they
he's
have a
much more
different
comfortable
wingman to what other
agents too.
people
He's
use?
a very solid player with that. So,
Does the same thing though.
oh my, what?
Well,
Dude, what?
Yeah.
Okay, Martin though, all tag and no
Wait,
frag.
what the hell's going on, bro? How?
See the frustration as well immediately on the player cam. And I think just there where Martin's drifted back a little deeper to to put a smoke down. I think cross map because he's looking the other direction. Maybe.
Dude, they got to save again.
Aves is caught off guard there from a lower
Eng's
angle.
got to get involved,
Again,
man. The coaches have to get involved.
What that setup looks like, you know, without having to put the smoke elsewhere. Maybe a miscom could be. But yeah, Liquid looking.
Did they not upgrade their headphones? Is crazy.
Stopping the first two, and
yeah.
It's the comfort that stands out.
Yeah.
Again, aim looking very, very crispy. And again, the confidence to kind of, I mean, to come back to the composition as well. Just to have like the layered flashes so quickly in a double flash comp. That's why we're seeing Sugetsu and Sadak previously getting shut down kind of off rip.
Dude, no one gets to save as well.
Yeah,
Oh boy.
Yeah,
it might be gun model, it could be ADS. There's a lot of reasons that it could have happened potentially, but it does feel bizarre, right?
I mean, in that position, you're almost feeling like Aves is up looking towards belt, and you got to argue Martin's
Nabil, yo, thanks so much for the prime. Appreciate the 7 months. And Trunks as well. Thanks so much for the prime as well, bro. Appreciate you doing that.
Martin gets his ankles broken by Pat attack.
Wild.
Oh my god.
Party tech. The mouse.
Okay, we do have a team timeout. The team.
A regular
you got a timeout here.
I mean, yeah, I was wondering when it was going to come. Obviously, this is going to be an opportunity for KC to buy back in.
Egg
Very
poses? No,
comfortable with
not at the
Ultimates. I mean,
moment.
Ultimates haven't been a factor in this map so far, to be honest with you. We saw the Vipers bit in the post plant, but Liquid haven't really had to rely on it. This has been very almost cut and dry.
Flo, I'm not even sure, dude. I don't know what's going on. We're just kind of guessing at the
On the
moment.
other side of these, KC haven't got themselves into a position to maybe put some of these ultimates in motion already.
Yeah. Yeah,
And it just had the, you know, the tablecloth pulled out from underneath them, to be honest with you, in a few of these round starts.
I think it's just that it needs that mentality shift as well, especially when we're seeing, again, you can prep for what you can expect coming, but we haven't seen great deals of Liquid on this map. What was it? The Waylay against Gentlemates.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
It was the only real example they could really prep for, but
Which,
it needs to
again,
adjust now.
The scoreline aside, it's the big change here was obviously coming back to the double flash.
Okay, surely they get some rounds with the ults. They got so many, dude.
Very aggressively, which
Full retake over towards A because they got Killjoy or Killjoy.
Now after the timeout, you're almost hoping for an adjustment of sorts from KC. Maybe don't commit towards these opening engagements, but Kiko looking to maybe dig a little deeper here with the Blaze
tries to see if there's a turret here. No turret here, so they can walk through middle. Takes a lot of space. Yeah, it's nice. They're trying to disguise the luck with updrafting over towards top of tube.
You've got Nats now got a nice bit of angle for pressure on Martin. Very heads up, maybe
they're pretty much on top of that though.
And Elite's still firing off. They found a bit of a rhythm that's working now. Elite doesn't need to hold too deep on this. He can play from the back of the site. He's got support here. But Kiko's deadly. Not today. Good trade. And down to a 2v3. Hold on. Palatech not going to land the shot, leaving just Camo alive. And with Aves to get to Martin.
Okay, very nice. Didn't have to use any ults on this one as well, so that helps all. Jabub, thanks so much for the prime, mate. And Tumu23 also, appreciate the tier 1, man. Thank you for the 5 months.
Just waiting for a couple more members of Liquid maybe to come forward, and they're policing that area. Great work from KC, actually, to turn things around.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's true. They did use KO.
Ahead of the wall as well, behind that.
Yep.
Again, with nobody kind of progressing further onto site, they're able to kind of anticipate Nats's lurk as well. Martin's waiting for it.
Holy.
Quite loud.
Yeah,
They went for it. This knife hits 3 as well, so they get a lot of info on that. Flash goes over towards middle, but Liquid should have heard that, so they should be expecting someone watching this. With the flash over towards middle, they know there's 2 here, so they kind of speed up. Dude, they disrespect the smoke and win that. How does Sugetsu not win this? The great flash from Sadak from Neteo as well.
Not bad.
Neteo.
Trading him out, so we're back down to a 3v3, and you look at the space that's been given. Yeah.
Spike's lost, but Serial was.
Well, this gets really weird here. Are they going to expect this guy to spawn within the first 40 seconds? I don't think so. They're looking at him over towards middle.
Kind of good. Kind of buys time.
It does, but again, when do they? This is a bait from Patatech potentially.
Come on, Nats, lock in, buddy. Lock in, buddy.
Yeah, Nats, you got to kill everyone.
Life on the line for you.
Well.
And now the absence of presence, all eyes look to the other side, right? It becomes super obvious.
It was nicely done from Keiko, but they sped up faster.
And It ain't happening.
Okay,
What's
2
the
nice runs
reaction
from there. You
from
must see a
KC
liquid
though,
timeout.
Mike? Because they were in
In
a bit of a
Samsar, I
drought.
thank so much for the
Couple of rounds
35
here,
months.
they've
Appreciate
been
that.
struggling, and even kind of repetition
And
hitting there
Peso,
in the
thank you
form
as
of
well with the
Sugetsu
4
being
months. Thank
outdone
you so
again by
much,
that
dude.
early pressure,
Appreciate
but
that.
bailed out.
My eyes go towards exactly what the setup is at the start of these rounds now, because immediately after Sugetsu falls, we see Sadak set up behind the wall with a flash, like ready with it.
Ready.
And again, whether or not Sugetsu just needs to, I don't want to say, you know, give it a little more respect, but just play a little deeper. If the plan is to have somebody swinging off a flash, it feels a little awkward that Sugetsu's caught off guard again.
Yeah, it's a tough position to play in no matter what. Martin.
Damn, bro. He saw him.
At least.
Yeah, Kiko's seen that one. He's waiting for this. Locked down in. Oh, the timing. Still good. Still
Oh,
good
wait,
for
how does he
Kiko. And Sadak trying to play
Let's
it
recover
forward.
and
You
hit
got
that
5
shot.
seconds to make up your mind here, and he chooses death, I guess. Serial there to confirm it, and they've
That's
lent back on
bold.
these ults to facilitate the push towards the site. Plant next on the cards, and it looks like they don't even really need it, if I'm honest. Just 2 remaining. And this has been, honestly, quite a clear-cut execution towards A.
It has indeed.
Trying to make sure we min-max as well. Pick up the
Still just
killjoy.
waiting for the plant to come through.
We've seen a
Finally,
lot of
but
these
with
save
the
rounds
minimap
at the
already,
moment.
Sugetsu in
It's
the
nice
lead.
when the money's getting
Looking to
low
hold
to
on
just
to
have
their
one more of
rifles.
these.
And previously, a little more reliant on saving, but at least now they've established some sort of bankroll.
Recalling my bot.
Sugetsu now has the pit online. I'm not sure actually which round it came online. I think maybe a couple of rounds ago, but maybe that's something that's going to allow them to play a little more passive on beat. Because Liquid are switching things up. You think back to
X-Star on score 9.
Thank
Thanks so much for the prime, bro. Appreciate that as well. Thank you so much,
That
man.
seems to be kind of the game plan for Liquid.
Yeah. I want to see if they pump the brakes too, right? If there's a timeout coming at some point. 'Cause it feels like they've hit that limitation to an extent. I mean, they found the cure here, but that was 2 big ults and it's Icebox simulation, so we go A. I don't know if it's enough of an answer. It might be. It may not feel like they need it, honestly. They could be in a good enough spot going forward, but 4-6. Actually, I haven't asked you about it. How do you feel about the non-duelist comp?
I mean, we come back to that age-old discussion, right? It depends who's on the Omen. I mean, previously, obviously, the big names. I think one of the most notable first to pick it up would have been Cryo, right? Step onto it, and the way that he played the Omen kind of works, but also the last time it kind of worked. If you're looking back towards like chamber meta, right?
True.
So it's
Dude,
not the
Molly.
same now as it used to be.
What's this
It
one?
can still. I mean, Martin's doing pretty
Dude,
well
the
already
Molly
in this
default
round
for
so
his
far.
kind of nice.
Golden zone.
I wonder if you could make it leak out more.
Again, could you make the argument to just rely on Sugetsu on the Viper and throw a duelist in there? Potentially, yes.
Yeah. Double stack towards May's side here. Does Liquid clear this? Don't have the traditional drones in essence
it's-
to clear
it's
these sort of corners.
Yeah.
If
the
Dizzy doesn't
Paratech
catch,
spot.
if there's no Owl drone, there's no Teo, you know, drone to go in, it gets a little tricky to clear some of these cubbies that they can tuck into. And patience.
My thoughts on the second
gonna have
Omen?
to
I mean, it
be
looked really
tested
good, to be
now.
honest. Like, if you just look at just pure Uto, it's nice. I was more impressed by the
I guess
game
even
plan
coming
stuff
straight
that
back to
Sentinels had.
Discussion.
He
Having
doesn't
the
really need to
control on
frag
either side
heavy
of the
when they
map
have such a
really
good game
is
plan.
The other benefit of Kiko
like that.
Okay,
left,
that's nice,
left in a
though, from
position to
Keiko.
maybe backstab, but dealt with here.
a
And on the
huge
other side,
kill,
Martin will
though.
fall.
Yeah,
The adjustment
that's
being,
Sugetsu.
Bomb grenade
Go ahead.
out.
no, I was going to say the adjustment being this time Sugetsu's not here on B. It's Martin to hold down the
about to
fort,
say,
but they're
30
going to continuing to punish that.
Yeah.
Well, it's an anchor, yes, but it's very frontline.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. I bet Sugetsu was like, "Yeah, welcome to my world."
Yeah,
Sucks over here, doesn't it?
That's yep.
Yeah.
You want to switch back? Nah, I'm all right, thanks.
Nah, I'm chilling.
Dude, Wingman, no way, he survived that.
That boy never
Wingman
stopped
and
running.
Flash at the
KC,
same time.
4 against
That's
2 now.
crazy.
Last player.
Surrounded him. Lovely.
That's nice.
We've got a real nice battle on our hands, it feels like, Mike. Like, these two are going kind of blow for blow.
Yeah, I think as well for Liquid, or previously it was they dropped 8-4 in the first half versus Genemates, I believe, and that was on the defense, right? So maybe this approach here is just, I guess, damage control in the first.
Oh, sorry,
whether or
Chan.
not we see them kind of play as aggressively with the double flash comp on defense, which you almost kind of have to. Again, with a discussion to have there once again about the benefits of playing the double controller on defense,
That's
but
my job.
it's definitely something to consider now that KC feel as if they've got a grasp, I guess, on the tempo.
Oh, God. Someone
Dude, we
safe
go
to get to,
real
please.
fast on this one. Dude, this dash, the flash dash is incredible here. I mean, these fast plays, they do it
Wait,
pretty
Martin.
nice.
Okay, he does well to at least get. Yeah, man, we take those every day, of course. This is just a bloodbath.
Yeah.
Who's gonna stop swinging first?
Well, Serial's a million miles away from this.
Dude, if he can actually get out around the corner,
to try and
kind of got a
create
free
a
sight.
little distance between
Dude, that was
him,
crazy
Sadak
chance.
and Arvez.
Oh, you can see his gun. Wait, not see his gun?
Sadak spotted on the drop, but
Dude, how are we
just
not
can't
swinging
pin
on
it
side
down.
there?
Not even a single tag there. Well,
Oh
there-
my goodness,
there's
what?
the 2 follow-up tags.
There it is.
Calling my
Shout out to Prius for joining us for that round.
No,
Huge work.
I
from you
mean,
there.
when you see him missing the first tap, you gotta swap. You
yeah, dude,
swap.
I mean, he's
Don't even
expecting
blame
the
him.
swing. I'm
But
expecting the swing
5-7,
as
This is
well.
a fantastic first half already. A back and forth between both teams. Do not miss how this ends.
Okay, definitely gonna have to mute this. As we're getting wrecked these days. Cannon, thank you so much for the 100 bits, bro. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. What happened to EDG? I mean, they just got outplayed a little bit. Honestly, the only rounds they were winning on par was just hero rounds as well. So. Yeah, maybe restart our PC or something. I don't really know what's going on. Stop talking about EDG. Yeah, it's a rough one. I need a tech pause. No, dude, I actually need a tech pause. I actually have no idea what's going on. I don't have any warning if my YouTube channel's been like fully copyrighted. Should I just try and upload a random video? Would it let me do that?
Seven. I mean, to summarize, there was that fabulous run.
I think that's probably why I'm talking about, you know, maybe not respecting the comp as much, but again, he's not the sort of player to kind of back away from these opening engagements because we know those are scenarios that he can deliver in. and he
Okay,
has
well,
delivered in
we've got to
a number
add a
of
pistol
times.
onto this one as well, and that's
It's
looking a
real
little bit rough,
positive
but
to see Casey
it
kind of get a grip
is
on things around
attack
round
science.
8 and actually claw themselves back into this because it felt very one-sided to kick things off.
Yeah. Okay, let's get into this one. And again, this is when maybe those conversations around the no duelist comp comes into play a little bit more, but Kiko already showing his validity at the very minimum, but is
Dude,
traded
double
in
pistol?
on frenzies coming out
Looking
to
like
play
it.
here. This again has just gone so pacey.
120 on the clock, by the way.
This is ridiculous.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
can we just
th-
actually talk
there's been
about this?
so
Like,
many
it's
rounds that are
Six
incredibly fast.
people are dead. 120 on the clock.
And
Yeah.
like the observers are like, guys, what are you
guys,
doing to us?
please.
Please, man. I'm trying. Bro, I love you guys so much. Like, this is a brutal welcome back. They've gone, nah, guys, let's kick it up 5 gears. Let's go turbo speed. Nats has got a 1v3 to work out. In a post plant like this, you still got Sadak with the flash, the knife, you got Aves as well. Ready to go if needed. It's not needed. KC, keep it simple and take over the B side.
Yeah, looking to almost mimic what Liquid felt was very successful for them in the first half, overwhelming B main at the start here.
Oh yeah,
Kiko playing
must have
up
missed
close
that
to the
one.
Sheriff. Thanks for catching the lineup as well. I'm sure
Do good chat. Thank you so much for the primate. Appreciate that. Thank you, dude. Appreciate the 2 months.
Yeah, again, it's perfectly timed on all fronts here. Elite catches the lurk in mid as KC are getting towards site. Again, ticking the box here for the pistol in the second half. Big info again from Sadak.
They want to push on that? Again, it's kind of hard to gap close, right? They don't have that same
Dude, the
spring to their
double
step as
flash
the
to
other
get
side, but it looks
close.
like Sadak is setting
Wow,
the
that'll do it.
tempo,
Omen flash
and
as well. That
Martin's
was
the
kind of
one to be
nice.
rewarded. Gets both of the kills and opens up the site. Kiko still patrolling
Kiko.
though.
Spike down A.
Hold on.
Dude, look at the damage.
Yeah.
Overwhelmed. I thought
Yeah, there's a moment.
There was a moment. Felt it in my casting bones. But now it's a
That's
little less
still got a
likely.
Sheriff though.
You believe?
I believe. Martine's just one shot at 44 HP. Upgrade here from Pat.
Dude, he's really close.
Now to have a stinger in the mix.
Spike planted.
Plenty of you two.
You got
as
a
well.
nade for this.
He's going to have heard that nano swarm go down.
You're making me believe. That's what, how dare
Sure.
you?
Not too bad damage-wise, though.
Well, if you don't, even the observers were with you, Michael. They were like, well, it's gotta happen. On board we go. But a nice attempt. But tying this back up at 7-7, beautiful stuff, right? We're kind of like getting into the thick of things here because, again, if you are just joining us, obviously this is not your normal game. Not your normal situation.
It's somewhere between a best of 1 and best of 2. Somewhere in between there.
And I can't explain either way, because formats for me, no bueno. No bueno. But map 1 was previously won by Liquid in the previous time they met. Obviously, it's
Okay,
now
big
been
Byron. What we got on this one?
back in action this time around.
Many
very
moons.
different. Yeah,
Knife
And the
deep
galaxy
middle.
far away.
TP across. Wait, that's kind of nice. That is nice.
Come to play in my head. Thanks,
What?
Mike. Don't think that's how it follows up, but I don't know. I've had a real 90s throwback recently, but looking at middle.
If the knife doesn't
Good
hit as well, you know that there's
presence
no one here and they might not be able to
It's
hear the
on below you.
TP.
Yeah, I feel like he's got a pretty good grasp with where the smoke was placed.
Does he now?
Oh boy. Okay, it's all good.
Okay.
Ooh, it's getting a bit weird.
Shot,
It's getting a bit
man.
weird
It's a
because
nice
now
shot
we're
from
down to
Martin.
3v3 and those Stingers and those Guardians are still looking pretty deadly.
What?
KC winning out fights. It feels like they shouldn't. Camo taking a mad fight on that.
Yeah, you got to assume that when the spike tag comes through, there's going to be an extra body or two here. So a little weird to see Camo commit to that. Now Nats and Kiko tasked.
Gingy boy, thanks so much for the prime, bro. Appreciate the
Stinger
4
and a
months.
Sheriff for Sadak and Elite. And only a Guardian for Aves, so still doable here for Liquid. They've got to dig one of these players out fast.
Okay, they got the salvos down, but it is time-based, right? There is just this real hard time and it's lovely.
Uh-oh.
From that's what,
Oh
my God,
boy,
the
look
time
at that
of
damage.
Elite is 1 HP.
Imagine they got it at half. That would have really changed things, but I think now the time is too far gone. And for Nats, it's stunning work from him. We are seeing, I hate saying
Yeah, this was nice though. I like this little bonus idea.
but it does feel like
Knife
he's hitting,
deep,
but it doesn't
Omen
really matter.
TP in
It's
the
KC winning
smoke.
round.
It's good.
Yeah, again, timing a little off here with the wall as well, but I think that they have to think about.
And then you have the luck over
half
towards
defuse,
middle, and then once
getting-
you see, you
getting
can
some
kind of know when you
progress
can take your
towards it.
timing. It's pretty cool.
Again, I'd be interested to see that back from Nats' POV, whether or not it's a timing issue or waiting to hit a certain point on the top
good,
thing
guys.
to get it
Everyone
back up.
reset
But you
right
can
now.
see here,
It was a good
Kiko
round.
caught ahead of the wall. Martin calling it a good round.
Danger
Maybe
T
that was
Steven,
the-
thank you so much for the
plan
prime,
all
mate.
along.
Appreciate the 7 months, dude. Thank you for that.
Yeah, it's
1 HP in a dream, I guess.
love it, love it. Did that in prac.
Yeah.
Timeout coming in, I believe, for Liquid, I want to say. Yes, we've got camera shots of Liquid. I'm just going to assume.
It's a
Why
timeout.
not?
And we love a timeout.
Built for timeouts, Mike. How you doing in the hot day? Because I'm struggling, mate.
In a country that doesn't believe in AC, yeah, pretty good.
Is it in
So
England,
much
so?
better. No.
So much better.
Wait, chat, how hot is it in England and Germany at the
I mean,
moment?
it's just not a nice day to be inside, is it, really?
Alexi,
Dare I say I
I'm
miss the
trying
studio?
every, I'm
Dare I
trying
say
in
that?
between every
I
round.
wouldn't
I
put
don't know
the
why.
AC on for us. Don't be
It just
mad.
doesn't let me do it.
Keep it to yourself. We've got you one fan.
You know, I'm like, I usually have both fans pointing
It's
at me.
30 at the moment?
Like in
Oh
a
boy.
wind tunnel.
Okay, yeah, that'll be why.
No, it is hot. I'm slowly sticking to my chair. It's very unpleasant. Very unpleasant. And I just wanted to make sure the audience knew that I'm uncomfortable as well.
Okay.
So, I'm glad. that you all
Mexos, thank you
understand
so
now.
much, dude, with the prime. Appreciate the 15
on
months.
Sway Day,
Thank you
but
for
I
that.
was going to say, speaking of uncomfortable,
I was
Liquid.
going for hot and sweaty.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, Folsom Dance and Eco, they got the
Speaking of
Outlaw for the
Folsom
one
Dance.
shots. Got Hero Gun on
That's the
Kiko.
name. Mate, why do I cast like this as soon as I'm home? It's terrible. People seem to prefer it though. Ooh, on the run. And that's in serial though. I've slipped ahead. No,
I was gonna say
don't
the-
get time,
Uh-oh.
Don't get time, not again.
Dude, the timing of that flash is
Oh my God,
incredible with that
everyone was
swing.
blind as well.
Yeah, he's gonna feel like he should have done better
Everyone
there.
was blind.
Oh, that could have been mad.
Elsewhere though, look how deep Kiko got that kill. He's obviously got the hero rifle here.
It's a good flash to
And
swing.
Martin tagged up, but actually finds the kill onto Camo.
Just all good.
Again, whether it's just this round, but there's a couple of instances here of Liquid looking a little more disjointed.
Yeah, I agree.
It's
Some of
also
their
got
swings can be
like
better
acidity
with
on the
what
end,
they're doing.
right?
Also, I
the
feel like
first
there
half,
you
it
got a
felt
flash for the
really
hero
well
rifle and not the
coordinated,
sheriff.
choreographed
But
almost for some of these set pieces. Here we're just seeing, I mean, the previous instance with Camo swinging onto the plant or the spike tap. And obviously here, getting ahead of Kiko, maybe with the hero rifle, maybe they're trying to put a body ahead of him to give him the information, but again, the swings don't feel together. in the first few rounds here in the second half, and obviously KC in the lead here. I mean, initially, actually, just before that, it did look very, very cohesive. Unfortunately, Nats couldn't pin anybody down on the back of the flash, but...
Okay, so the cure to the woes. Bring out the operator, right?
Yep.
The classic. The classic. Now, I want to see the awareness from Carmine Core, though. I want to see them navigating this new potential threat.
Oh, man. It's a bold one. Molly went in and broke the turret over towards kitchen, though.
Don't get away with many of those.
Hey, that's a nice kill, though.
Alves does catch Nats there. The trade comes through, but...
Oh, I guess only one came up on the minimap there, because to reswing that is crazy.
Yeah. I don't know if he spotted the second there, but... I mean, there's no chance on that angle. I mean, I say no chance. Slim chance of catching both in tube there. That angle tends to favor whoever's walking up tube, but Kiko slipped back towards Snowman. Alves now going to try and pave the way. Careful here. Kiko's going to be shut down behind the wall effectively once it does go up, but he's looking to get aggressive, rewarded, but the trade comes through.
Yeah, I mean, it's just
the number of players
looking kind of nice at the moment.
Rough to find a way out of. And you look at the post plant, you look at util Alves. How far off the util are we? How long until those salvos are back online? That's going to be a factor coming in. Actually, quite a way off, but
Top of the spike is all.
What looks like a Zippo in hand. Stressful day.
Dude, not even. Not even.
I don't know how they're going to try and get around these
Yeah,
players.
they take a little bit of space from me. I kind of realized that back of yellow is clear.
Well, and I mean, Camo got a shoulder the angle.
Yeah, it's a nice try on this retake. Dude, money's down again. That was like their big round with the op.
More comfortable on this side.
Yeah, double digits now. Like I said previously, Liquid did struggle conceding their defensive half 8-4 to get their mates. Already now, a 5-0 deficit here in the second half. It's the bold play from Martin to try and catch somebody off guard on B main, but I really think that's a factor.
Holy.
If anyone ever tells me my mic's bad,
Yeah.
that. Oh, your mic's peaking a bit. Wow.
Wow.
Alves.
Mods, I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna delete the. I'm gonna delete the stream of the China games from the VOD channel. Not the VOD channel, the main channel. And see if it does something.
Okay, timeout for Liquid because hey, it's been a run. Casey have been looking.
Is that smart? I don't know if this is smart. I don't know if we're adding to the.
It's
I don't know if we're fueling the fire or not.
A few of these ultimates coming online. Kiko and Nat's gonna have the pit and the blade storm available, but no purchase here. It's looking like KC will find 11.
Just unlist it.
KC on the other side of things, very comfortable to buy out the next 3, potentially 4 rounds.
But I don't think that
Even if
changes
Liquid
anything.
claw back
I think
into
it
this,
thinks
so-
I'm still live, basically.
Yeah, this is actually a really awkward point here. Probably why we do see the timeout come through. So looking towards the buy round to follow this, Lauren.
All right. Well, we're gonna need something. All good and well for one half. Need a holistic answer, I guess, if you want to say it in a weird way.
Have we had a tech push yet? No, not yet.
Kiko, are you the one to do it?
Well,
Did they hear the knives
No.
get popped and they hit him with a?
Blade
They hit him with a
disabled
knife.
for a minute there,
Surely
and
we're
yeah,
spamming
I guess
this.
a clear indicator to KC that, again, where that knife is placed, that already there's been some progress made. Kiko doesn't burn the dash to try and chase that kill down. I think it's wise, considering on the mini
Nice, so they create a question mark
few
over
more
towards
bodies for
his. Now
KC
they've
stacked behind
probably gonna go re-clear this, and it looks like they're being proactive somewhere else. Flash bottom mid
Here
into
they
triple
are.
swing.
Ball towards middle. The slow and steady progress from KC towards the A site might need to be kicked up a bit.
You know, now that the utility's removed from the flank, you'd hope somebody's going to turn eventually. Steps will be heard now. KC
They got
will
a,
find
they got
themselves
him locked in though.
up towards A site. They get noted because of the knife in return, but pit as well. That's on top of
Damn.
this from heaven.
Well, we're really going in.
Yeah, the pick coming in might.
Dude, that's a bold play from Martin. TP to the top right.
The help has gone.
Still no plant though. It might actually get a little bit rough here.
try and make the best of a bad situation, really. Try and maybe get a
Whoa.
kill or two if you can. Oh, little feeties.
TTs.
I hate the way we both said feeties.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As well.
Yeah. get
Okay,
me
well,
out, get
actually
me
handled
out.
pretty
It
well.
is
Did this
flawless
TP
here.
from Martin was
KC,
nice.
Look, they've taken charge of this half. There's only so many
Oh,
ways
dude,
I can
they're
keep saying the same
massively in
thing.
control of
This
this.
is very
Every
much
single round.
in their hands. They are running this perfectly. And I was a bit worried. That defending side initially, I was...
Well, yeah,
you know.
it's a stark contrast in approach for Liquid. You could argue the finances haven't been there, but we haven't seen the same sort of set pieces to open some of these rounds up that they found success on in the first half. Whether or not that is a little bit of fear that, you know, there's no duelist, KC are going to play a little deeper, a little safer, but we've just not seen the same approach from Liquid
For
to...
Kiko, though.
And again, he's not finding the same individual success, whether it be...
Nah, he's
around
getting
the
kind of wrecked over
composition,
towards it.
benefits,
But it also looks like they're a little bit out of
individually, he's
ideas.
not being rewarded
Yeah,
for some of these plays now.
And again, the stat highlighted it earlier. It's been a minute since he's been on that jet. Also, apart from very few specific players, I'm putting Ye up there and maybe a few others, but the Jets these days, you only have to look towards the likes of Durka, who struggled to find its impact on it. It feels, I don't say readable, but repetitive. And teams are used to it now. I don't think you're going to get that same level of impact, especially if Kiko can't get that rhythm right. And at the moment, playing up by Ness just simply isn't really doing it. Drone just to keep some minds turned towards A, but I think we can tell where this is heading.
Yeah, Nats will be potentially tested here once again. But having said that, a few members
Yeah,
of
where are they
KC
going?
gonna
30 seconds left.
Knife, smoke, fake over
back
towards
A
B,
site,
pause
actually.
one,
Now it's
rotate
just
over,
Camo,
Like,
walk over towards A.
who's down to 71 HP already. No util left. Man, good
go.
for the first.
Oh,
He's actually
man,
getting
that's a
up close
play.
and personal.
I like it. You
Yeah.
got to try and make something happen. Buys time, slows them down. Barrel, body
Damn,
blow.
that is an absolute
Camo
play,
does
man. Fair play.
wonders.
That was sick.
That's sort of dreamy for him. He was already down low. He was tested on his own, and the timing on the walk.
Ah, dude, that's a really nice round. That was awesome to watch. Fair play. Ah, dude, this was just a solo though. It's not like you can feel crazy confident about this if you're Liquid.
Even at worst, let's say he maybe gets
His
traded or goes
his
down.
instant decision making there
At that
to
point,
move
he's bought a
forward
little
once he
bit
saw the
more time.
omen
Get
smoke
those
was pretty cool.
rotations in. Marvelous work from him.
One of the situations where he really toys with the
Daihe, thank you so much, man. Appreciate the 11
He's
months.
probably identified very quickly there. It's
Nats, I mean, yeah,
Yanko
Nats
that's
has an
looked
insane work ethic
overwhelming,
for sure.
Camille.
but plays around that smoke perfectly.
Nice.
Camille.
Let's go. Let's come back
But I
to this
wouldn't
game.
say I'm all that worried yet overall, right? I still feel KC are very much in control. That was a camo bailout round. You may get one of those, maybe you get two, but you are still sitting at 11-8, and KC is still firmly controlling this game. Now that's a good tag early on too. Panatek down to only 36.
It's a cool little TP
Rough,
play though.
obviously,
Dude, I like their
rewarded for the info, but not really much that.
Dude, I like the omen.
Liquid
Honestly, I
can
just
act
like the
upon.
omen on this map. I think it has some cool stuff.
In KC, maybe feel like they've got a identified some point of weakness here. Different setup this time around though. Camo's up high and Patatek's down low now. No command available.
You should run.
Serial and Camo both have their ultimates as well, but yeah, Camo overwhelmed.
Oh, that's rough for him. From 0 to 0 pretty much, as KC should have done enough to be able to get that plant down. There it is, yeah, now into the post plant, and look at the positioning already, just tucked down below.
And how do they even break it?
Martin holding that out.
Ooh,
Viper's Pit on top.
I mean, they've got the lockdown to potentially cancel out the pit as well. And they're going to do so, yeah. I mean, invest in pretty much everything here, but Martin unnoted as of yet.
Oh my god, Sada got one more for it.
Nats is trying to do everything possible. Fighting two in this round is already big. He's going to send those salvos flying. Now they got to put bodies behind this. It's worked out.
Yeah,
Serial
dude, they
goes
got
down.
they got no money on this one as well.
Look at the assists on this, but it's enough to push
It's a
KC
really
up to
convincing
12.
attack at the
Liquid
moment.
put everything they had into that one pretty much.
Eureka,
Mike,
thank you so much for the tier 1, bro. Appreciate the 15
trump card,
months.
same
Thank
we
you
said
for that.
almost for KC. That was the big round. And now Liquid are going to be left floundering. Money's not
Yeah.
good. Alts are burned.
Money's awful.
I mean, they still have cameras.
Nah, yeah, money's in the bin.
I was going to say, actually, coming out of it, I mean, Patatek's going to struggle, yeah, but even to get the third rifle on, it's a sheriff for Nats. They've only got Camo's ultimate to carry
Well, it's
away.
got
And
so
yeah,
lucky,
you
so
can't
lucky,
really
so
argue with the investment there. They have to make something work.
Okay, 4 chances to finish this one.
We talked about KC establishing. They're already,
Yeah, they've been doing
going
this
to be
molly
very
for
comfortable
this
play
all the
out a few
time as
scrappy
well.
rounds. Happy to, you know, trade back and forth with Liquid because it suits them.
And for those playing along at home, this will extend play to an additional map. However, Nats kind of like this one. Doesn't go. Hey, it was a nice try.
Flash
But to get
caught.
he deserves a little bit of a dice roll.
Well,
in his favor
fish out
once
for
in
the
a while. It was
retake.
rough on that side of the map. Now we do get into the post plant, and KC once again bigger weaponry. Util on the post plant, but Camo with the mosh getting that. Fair
Okay.
enough. Sugetsu goes down. His luck continues.
Okay.
And Arbe's last one alive here.
He did good to dodge it though. He did good to dodge it. Right, 3 chances. Did they get some guns out here as well?
Yeah, I did see Sugetsu's HP just before that, but I know he was tagged up. I don't know if he was kind of sub 50 HP, but immediately falling. A line up from Camo. I didn't even see where Camo was positioned. Actually, I assume it was just behind default. Let's see, Diffuse will come through. Liquid up to 9 now. 3 survives, so that's kind of what you want to look for when we're building back in financial to actually all the way from spawn. It's just the up and over, but oh yeah, he's down to 6 HP. Yeah.
Yeah, that's nothing to be done, really, is there? Okay, not done yet. What do you reckon?
Need
Mike?
the
We get
YouTube
all
stream?
the
Yeah, I'm
rounds
gonna
through
delete the VOD, man, and see if it
Oh.
changed anything. We're gonna try some bold
I'm
stuff.
ready for it. I'm in a chair that
ready
doesn't
for it.
recline. I'm ready for it.
Oh, here we go, folks. It could be on for an absolute mad one today. And the buy is now back in hand for Liquid. No big ults to bank on. Closest is really Nats. Beyond that, Ave still has his. Sadak 1 away from his. Oh, and Serial. This is a tough bit of timing, but actually Aves goes down here. Sugetsu just threading the needle on that. Serial had no idea.
I feel like he's almost caught that wall bang through the turret when he tried to shoot it. Serial kicking himself there.
It's kind of unlucky.
Man.
3v5,
point,
oh,
Mike.
sorry, 3v4, sorry. Can't even count.
Yeah, it's tough. Oh, Kiko. If they come back around, I don't know which way. I guess they're just going to group and go B together. So this what puts it in towards Camo and Patatek's hands. They have good util here on this side of the map as well to slow this down. For the attacking side, very well situated too. This is for all the marbles. Still a bit paranoid about yellow. Fair enough. Got the knife. Potentially
Camo's
clear. Should do.
I was going to say, Camo's looking to potentially challenge. That's a big kill.
he
No command
knows
gone.
Yeah, he knows his lines here.
30 seconds
Does
left.
find one, still unsure of further presence. Obviously, you can see how obstructed the vision is. Can't in play though now. And Sugetsu's
it's
played a
unlucky. I
little
felt like they
further
had to get that
forward.
kill.
Catching Patatek just trying to hold that line.
Kiko's
And no
got
camos nearby.
You've got a lot of ground to cover, and
Player standing.
again, Camo just way
Dude,
ahead of the curve
this was
here.
nice though. This Omen stuff on
Maybe feeling
attack
a
was
little
really
desperate,
cool.
feeling as if he's got the advantage to isolate a player, but puts Kiko in a rough spot.
Even if
A
you looked at
1v3
that,
to extend the map.
just ever since that bonus round
Good
as well,
luck,
they had some
Kiko.
really cool stuff.
All on you.
Martini,
one close
yeah,
towards
he
yellow,
looks
two up
comfy on it.
high. A brutal crossfire to dismantle.
Very,
and he
very
doesn't
nice from
even
them.
get the chance.
Okay, well, we go to the third
13-9.
map.
KC picking up. Really, map
Well, me
2
deleting
here,
it
so
gave
we
me a
will
new
be
error.
going
So,
to the
is that
third, of
progress? Who
course,
knows?
which
We're going
Lotus,
somewhere.
Mike.
We're going somewhere.
Now, where we go